Hello, hello. Doing good, doing good.
How are you kind of seeing Chris and Steph learn to play off each other, especially tonight in clutch time? Kind of probably felt like a regular season game.
Uh, Obviously they are like two greats. One of the two best players who haven't been in this league, top 75. So obviously they're gonna figure out on the court, and playing with them is just amazing, getting so easy, and with all these plays what they make on the court, they find each other. And especially on the end when you have like 5 minutes and you have like that kind of players, it's easy to get a win. You know what I mean? Like I got feeling like Chris speed up a little bit, kind of like open us with two shots. After that, Steph kind of goes in his moment, and when you have like those kind of players who can play off each other, is just amazing. I think their combination on the court were amazing today, especially on the end. Clutch time. Every possession matters, every shots matters, everything matters. So I think execution of these two players were like amazing on the level, every time.
Dario, are you fully comfortable in the system at this point? I know it's only 3 preseason games, but do you feel like a high level of comfort in the system, or are you like still getting used to it a little bit?
I feel confident. I feel like great playing with these guys. I think not just me. I think like a lot of guys are new here. We try to still figure out. Maybe for quarter and a half. We were kind of like fighting each other. Wasn't looking maybe that good. But on the end, I think we find a kind of way how to play, and we execute on the point. And for me, I'm really enjoying playing here. It's basketball. All five guys are dangerous to get the bucket to score. So for me, it's easy. I like it. And especially when it's the clutch time. Of course, Steph, Chris, Klay. Those guys gonna take the most important shots. We're gonna try to have a place for them. So, you know, happy to be here, enjoying, and I think this team is gonna just get better. I think we can play like through the whole game, good, excellent. So I think that's the our next target. Obviously our turnovers was you know bad today, but I think if they limit that on 10, maybe 11, 12, we're gonna be great. I think we can do that.
You've played with Chris before on previous teams. What's it been like sort of getting back into rhythm with him, especially tonight?
It's great. We see, he understand the basketball, maybe the best in the league. He's watching all games. He's watching every place. He's watching every defense what they do. So I kind of like need to just listening to him. And he's that kind of like voice and leader what he see in the court. And I tried, execute what he wants, and enjoying to play with him because he's not selfish. He's gonna make the right play in the right moment. He doesn't scare, his teammates. He always make a right play, and it's just amazing play with him. I was open a couple of times, just by myself on the under the rim. So just great to be part of it with him again, and great person, great player. So happy to be here.
Would you say that you feel comfortable now in the Warriors' defensive system, especially when they ask you to play center?
Yeah, I feel confident. I think today we were like first half we were defensively okay. Second half kind of like through the third quarter we kind of like were up and downs. But on the end we kind of like react good, and I like it. I played five before. Obviously, I'm gonna have offensively advantage against some. Sometimes guys you're gonna try to put the guys who are tall and big, kind of athletic, against me. But I think if we have a good synergy on the court with defensively, if we have like guys pull in, especially if we have like three guys on the side, and kind of like one needs to be in the paint, especially not just with me, with everybody. So I think it will be hard to score on us, and it's just beginning. We try to figure out how we fit defensively, offensively too. So I just gonna get better if you ask me.
And your next opponent, San Antonio, they have Victor Wenbanyama. He's 7'5" and can shoot. I'm wondering, as a defender, how do you What's your game plan when you go into a matchup like that with a guy who's tall but still can shoot and is mobile?
I mean, like, I didn't play against him yet. Obviously he's like sensation playing. 7-4 shooting, dribbling ball like a guard. So it's gonna be probably challenging for us. He's still young. We try to force him to make some mistakes. It's gonna be hard, but if we contain defensively all 5 guys, I think we can do it. It's just preseason game. We're gonna figure out how he is gonna play against us, against faster teams. So, it's gonna be a challenge for us. It's gonna be a challenge for him. But obviously, great talent. Amazing player for right now. But we're gonna try to contain him teamly. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Jonathan, what did you think about the intensity of that game? I mean, you've been in some huge games, and this is just the preseason. But did it feel like kind of like a real big time kind of environment?
I mean, it felt like a regular season to me. It kind of felt like the playoff a little bit.
Kerr has been mentioning how deep this team is, maybe probably deeper than last season. And you look around and you see everyone. Does it feel like this is a deeper team? Do you sense that even as the game's going on that you guys have a ton of guys who all can play?
I mean, as I see every day and being around the guys and just watching practice, being in practice, like Coach said, it's way deeper compared to last year. So many talent on this team. And within the talent, I feel like everybody together, and I feel like we have something special. We could do something special with that group of guys that we got.
Jonathan, what's the biggest difference that you might see in your three-point shot, if any, right now?
There is not that much difference. I feel like I'm just more confident shooting it. That's it.
You guys play different games, but is there anything that you can maybe learn from Dario as a vet who really obviously has a lot of chemistry already with Chris Paul?
I mean, obviously just watching Dario every day, seeing how he know how to position himself in the game and the way he's playing with CP, and obviously how he playing, and I'm just picking up his brain because he's a very smart player. Before I didn't know he was smart like that, but just watching him every day in practice and now games, I feel like it's something that I could pick up from him.
We obviously see Chris Paul's done this throughout his career, but you see him at the end of this game kind of initiating, organizing. Has that been the way it's been from practice from day one with him? What's it like to kind of have him start organizing things in the flow of the game?
I mean, just so far, he's a very smart player. And just watching him, no matter the pressure, he always come. And I feel that's how he controls the game. And he sees the game way better than a lot of people. Even in practice, it kind of helping me even read the game and watching, not just on offense, pretty much on defense and everything, just in the game. I don't know if y'all saw, he always talking to me, telling where I need to be, saying if I do this and that, it's going to be way easier than trying different things. So he's a very smart person, and it's somebody to really pick his brain and just learn and watch him and watch all the movement, all the steps.
Hey, Jonathan. Sometimes as guys progress in their career and they start to kind of figure things out, they say that the game's slowing down for them. Do you feel that way at all, or does it feel differently for you?
I would say my game always kind of slowed down, just being around this team, and pretty much this year kind of slowing down even more. I'm really watching everything that's going on, and the game is kind of coming. It's coming to me way better compared to the past. So.
talk about with Chris Paul. Do you like look to screen for him? Is he somebody? I mean, what are the secrets to kind of playing with Chris Paul?
I feel like if you get Chris Paul wide open on the screen, you're the one who definitely gonna be open, and it goes with anybody, any shooter on this team. And Chris so smart with that. Once you set a good screen, he ain't gonna be there. He's gonna be open, but he gonna look for you, and without knowing the ball gonna get to you. So it's just a matter of time as we all together. Like I said, still learning how he plays. He's still learning how I play. I know the chemistry gonna come a long way, but like I said, CP is a smart player, and once you set that screen, you're definitely gonna be open.